Maybe you're traveling this week for the holiday and you're a little bit panicked already. Traveling when you have goals can be a little bit complicated. However, just like this process, we typically overcomplicate what we actually need to be focusing on. And we rarely make a plan that's actually sustainable while we're traveling. So let's talk about, what does a sustainable plan look like while we travel? If you're a person that tracks your food, you have to ask yourself, is this sustainable while I'm traveling? Or at what level is this sustainable for me? Oftentimes, I will have my clients forego tracking during this time of life or season. Just one, for a psychological break, and two, because a lot of times we're eating things that are not trackable or other people have made. So it just makes it more difficult, more frustrating, and then we end up feeling a little bit annoyed by it. So if we just alleviate tracking altogether, we don't have to worry about it. However, that does not mean that we're not mindful of making sure that we're still consuming protein and that we are, not overdoing it. We got to listen to our hunger cues. Another travel tip is to make sure that you have high protein snacks and or snacks that you are going to enjoy that are going to fill you up. Some of my favorite things to take are beef jerky, popcorn, could be a Fairlife protein shake or any kind of protein shake that you like and enjoy, protein bars. I also enjoy things like fig bars, so I take those because those are tasty to me. Maybe 100-calorie bag of chips or something like that, so you can get the crunch. Or again, if you just enjoy eating chips when you're traveling. Another thing that I have my clients focus on is, what is the purpose of the travel? Are we going to worry about our steps every single day, our food every single day, our water intake every single day? Are we going to enjoy and spend time with family or close friends? Just because there's food constantly around when we're doing these things doesn't mean that that should always be the focus. So sometimes we need to take up the focus off of those things and actually put the focus on the things that we're actually going to should be focusing on more. Another thing I typically have my clients not do right away is, after they get home from travel, I typically don't have them weigh themselves. Just in general, outside of any kind of food, whatever, we typically retain water when we travel, so that scale will more than likely go up. However, I have many instances where people go on vacation, they chill the fuck out, and they actually lose a little bit of weight. Weird how that works. So this is just a reminder that if you're traveling, we don't need to have a panic attack. We need to have a plan of attack, right? That's the whole goal. And then your job is just to simply execute the things that you say you'll do. I know for me personally, when I travel, one non-negotiable for me is movement in some way, whether that's walking or finding a place to work out. That might not be your thing, but that is definitely the thing that keeps me on. So find your anchor for while you're traveling and make a plan.